My dad was mowing the other day, and he just lightly bumped something, and this bumper exploded like glass, and it has become just incredibly brittle. This is a demonstration of its brittleness. Let's see if I can do it. You know, it snaps like glass. So this plastic is it says it's a PC/PET. So it's some sort of polycarbonate, polyethyl, whatever, polyester plastic. And that plastic's known for being flexible and impact resistant and yet strong. And this stuff, it's just, I don't know, it doesn't have much flexibility left at all. Let's see what I can do to it. So my dad has bought the $32 plastic bumper off of eBay, and I'm going to put that on for him. This is the $32 bumper off of eBay. It is still quite flexible. However, it doesn't feel quite as thick. It's almost as thick, but it is thinner. So it probably won't last as long as the original. But I mean, you have to have your bumper here to hold the hood on, and it costs half the price. Let's look at the original bumper. Looking here for the John Deere part from what is this, greenpartstore.com. They want $77.82, you know, plus shipping, I assume. So I was trying to figure out what will make a plastic more brittle. And it says, first let's look at the role of polymer in aging and changes of plastic products, performance and properties a long time. Polymers go through various kinds of degradation reactions during their storage periods and service life in much shorter time than ceramics and metals. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, don't need any of that. Degradation can be caused or accelerated by facing polymer to elevated temperatures. Sunlight is called photodegradation. So we got thermal degradation, photodegradation, and air oxidation, as well as to biological agents and microorganisms, biodegradation. Exposure of polymers simultaneously to some combination of these agents may synergistically affect the degradation process. Okay, so the bumper is obviously right here on front doing its bumper business, right? So what's here? We have the muffler, and the muffler just gets, you know, gets hot as hell, right? So you're getting the thermal degradation. It sticks out in front, exposed to daylight, so you're getting photo degradation. I don't know about microorganisms, but you're banging off of all sorts of tall grass, so you got that, you know. And what was the last one? Chemical degradation, you know, drips and fumes, gas fumes off the engine affecting the plastic. I mean, it's in a terrible spot. No wonder these things go bad. So at some point, it's just inevitable. Your bumper's going to go take a dump, and you're going to have to replace it. Its finish is okay, but it's a very soft, easily scratched product. It came with this little mark. It's very, you know, rough on the inside, but it's there. Every single support and hole, and even these little fat areas where it looks like it's like a weld bead, all that is matched on the original, but it is just a little bit thinner, and it doesn't say John Deere on the front. So I think this is definitely worth using, and we should get that installed and see how it goes. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to recover all the brackets. It came with a couple, but the bolts are a little different size, and I just rather keep it consistent with these you know, 1/2 inch or 13 millimeter sockets and bolts. Let's see. So one thing to note is these bolt from the bottom side. So you got your text here, and it bolts from the bottom side. So the new one will go like that, and that means that this will go on like that and just snaps right in place. Very nice. Then we can start this one by hand. So now on the mower side, we have one on each side to hold the holding the bumper on. Okay, so on this side, I have it, you know, finger tight. And look at this. This bumper will be a little bit under tension by the time you bolt that down. Having your bumper constantly under tension might shorten its lifespan a little. I don't know. Either that or having that pre-compression will give it more resistance when you run into stuff. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. So one note on the hood is it still seems pretty flexible. I mean, I don't want to overdo it and break it, but I mean, in case it's not. So my dad did have to make one repair right here. I didn't get to see how badly cracked it was, but it was cracked. And it looks like, you know, he used the JB weld, but it looks like he also wire reinforced it. So he sunk some maybe belling wire or some other wire into the JB weld just to sort of help, you know, stitch it together. So this is what holds the hood in place. So I'm going to go ahead and take these out. These screws are kind of like concrete anchors, except for they dig into the plastic. Gently spread that so we don't break it. So yeah, like that. So we have three parts here. We got a few parts. We have these rubber things that have to go back on that seat there. Then we have these little plastic doohickeys that go there. And then we bolt that on. All right, let me just get these tightened up. And remember, these are threading into plastic, so do not go crazy with it. It appears that the tightness we do here will also be the resistance to opening the hood. Just slide those right in place, make sure the washers are on the downside. And I'm going to take, you can see, I'm going to take the nut, get that started. You want that resting on the body, or slightly off the body. So I'm just adjusting all my. Okay, I'm kind of thinking that it should just make very light contact, but not too much. Okay, so I'm happy with my placement. I'm going to find those bolts. There we go. Okay, and I'm gonna be careful not to over tighten these also. I don't want to crack the plastic. These are pretty long though, so I think we've got a ways to go. So let's open the hood. And we'll finish tightening these. Not too tight because we're squeezing plastic. And I'll do it again on the other side. So there's a pretty big difference in color here. I don't know if the original John Deere is changed over time, or if they all come out this shiny new, or maybe that's new John Deere color, that's old John Deere color. Maybe that's not even John Deere green. I have no idea, but there is a pretty big difference in color. All right, let's check operation. We'll just yank it past this little latch. Doesn't hold itself in other positions, just all the way up. I wonder, we probably could have tightened the hinges up a little more if maybe it would have held a halfway open position. But I mean, this is ancient plastic, so gotta be kind of careful. Look at this thing. It looks pretty sexy. Oh yeah, that's the view right there. Don't forget to choke it.